She said it like a toast, glass raised, eyes glimmering in candlelight. The greatest gift, she smiled, would be if you disappeared from our family, forever. Everyone laughed, except me. I sat there, the husband-turned stranger, holding the stem of my glass so tightly it could have shattered. I didn't argue, didn't ask why, didn't demand the respect I'd already lost. I just stood up, walked out, and closed the door behind me. One final punctuation mark on 23 years of quiet devotion. The next morning, I sold the apartment, froze the joint accounts, and vanished. It's strange how silence can echo louder than screaming. For weeks, I imagined her triumph, the wedding photos, the smiling faces. I could almost hear her telling everyone, "He's finally gone." But she forgot one thing. I was the one who built everything she stood on. The house, the business, the future. She called me dull, said I was predictable. She was wrong. Predictable men don't plan perfect revenge. It began 2 months before the wedding. I noticed the distance. Not emotional, logistical. New passwords, late returns, a locked phone that once lay open on the counter. Then came the whisper, a message from a mutual friend. "She's seeing someone," he said. "Someone close." He didn't have to say who. The image was already forming. Her colleague, the one who lingered after meetings, the one who toasted her success a little too fondly, the one she insisted was just helping with the event planning. I didn't explode. I observed. Every night while she slept beside me, I built my case. Photos, transactions, email threads. I learned every lie she told, every cover she rehearsed. By the time she told me to disappear, she had already forgotten who she was dealing with. So I let her think she'd won. She got the house, the daughter's affection, the narrative. The poor, selfless wife left behind by her emotionally unavailable husband. That's the story she told. And I let her. Because the truth wasn't meant to be whispered. It was meant to explode. 1 week before the wedding, I met my daughter for coffee. She was radiant, nervous, proud. She said her mother had done everything for the ceremony. I smiled, told her I was proud too. Then I slipped a small flash drive into her purse, beneath the envelope of honeymoon cash her mother had given her. "Something for later," I said. The wedding was at the estate I once paid for, a garden lined with white roses and rented affection. I watched from a distance, just another forgotten guest blending into the crowd. When the speeches began, I saw my wife, no, the widow of my existence, take the mic. She spoke of love, loyalty, and new beginnings. And then my daughter's phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. "Play this on the projector. It's from Dad." Confusion, murmurs. Then on the screen came the slideshow. Not of childhood photos, of secrets, emails, receipts, photos of hotel rooms. My wife's laughter tangled with another man's voice. The betrayal she buried beneath her perfect smile, projected for 200 guests and a lifetime of shame. The music stopped. Her face collapsed. The crowd gasped like the air had been vacuumed out of the room. And my daughter, she didn't cry. She looked at her mother, then at me, standing quietly at the back, and turned away. That was the moment everything ended. Not with shouting, not with vengeance, just silence, the kind that seals fates. 3 days later, I received an email from her lawyer. She wanted to discuss reconciliation. I didn't reply. Instead, I transferred the business assets, the ones she thought were hers, into a trust under my daughter's name. Every share, every property, every cent. My wife was left with nothing but her reputation, or what was left of it. Her lover, gone. He resigned the next morning, citing personal reasons. The world moved on. I didn't need to. Now I live in a quiet town by the sea. I drive an old car, read in the mornings. People here know me as Michael, not the man who vanished, not the husband who broke the silence. Sometimes I think about that night, her words still echoing. The greatest gift for our daughter's wedding is if you disappear. And I did. But before I left, I made sure to leave her a greater gift, the truth. Wrapped in humiliation, tied with justice. They say revenge poisons the soul. I disagree. It cleanses it, if you do it right. Because I didn't destroy her out of rage. I did it to remind her. You don't betray the man who built your world, unless you're ready to live in its ruins. And now, every time she looks in the mirror, she sees the ghost she created. That's her forever gift.